Hello everybody, and welcome back to WWE 2K15. Today we're going to talk about SummerSlam that just ended half an hour ago at time of recording. First, I'm going to run down the results, and then we're going to talk about two matches, two or three, depending on if I get time for the third one. But the two I'm going to talk about are the two you're watching right now. So first off, you have Sheamus defeating Randy Orton. Then the next match is the New Day winning the Tag Team Championships in the Fatal 4-Way against the Primetime Players, Los Matadores, and the Lucha Dragons. You have Rusev versus Dolph Ziggler ending in a double countout. Stephen Amell and Neville defeat King Barrett and Stardust. Ryback successfully defends his Intercontinental Championship against Big Show and The Miz. Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose defeat Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. Seth Rollins defeats John Cena to become the first man ever to hold the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and the United States Championship at the same time. Team PCB defeats Team Bella and Team Bad in the Divas 3-team elimination match. Kevin Owens defeats Cesaro, and Undertaker defeats Brock Lesnar by submission. Now, the two matches I want to talk about are the Seth Rollins versus John Cena and Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, and if we get time, we'll talk about another match, but that's only if I don't ramble on too long. So, John Cena versus Seth Rollins. You have the future of the company taking on the face of the company, and the face of the company has a chance to tie the record for most WWE championships held, which is 16, held by the great Ric Flair. And you have it. The match goes great. You have Seth Rollins pretty much taking over from the beginning, so it looks like he's gonna win, but in normal WWE fashion, you just assume Cena's gonna do John Cena-like things and win. Well, that doesn't happen. Now, I'm okay with Seth Rollins winning. I was okay with John Cena winning. I didn't really care. Title versus title is a pretty cool idea. I honestly thought that Sheamus was gonna cash in the Money in the Bank contract because they had him do the first match, so he would have had time to recover and everything from the match with Randy Orton. And then they have him cash in, and then whoever he pins, he gets that championship, so there's no dual championship thing, because those are always confusing. Because technically, if you think about it, Seth Rollins now holds 3 championships, if you count the WWE and World Heavyweight separate. Even though they're together, if you count them separate, he has 3 championships. Now, one thing I was thinking about was, do you think they're going to treat the United States like Seth Rollins now they're going to combine all 3? I know it's probably really stupid of me to think, but do you think that would ever happen? Do you think they're going to combine it to use the United States, WWE United States World Heavyweight Championship? That's a really long title, and it's probably a stupid idea, but the WWE does anything they want, really. Now, I personally think what they should do with Seth Rollins is at Night of Champions, or you could have him, before I go on to the Night of Champions thing, you could have him do the US Open Challenge and have him actually lose it. Not to John Cena, but to someone up and coming, like Cesaro or Kevin Owens or Neville. Or, at Night of Champions, to open up the show, we have a United States Championship Battle Royal. Holy crap. Where you put Seth Rollins against Cesaro, Kevin Owens, Neville, Stardust, The Miz, King Barrett, R-Truth, let's see, you put Rusev, Dolph Ziggler, let's see, who else? Who else is not up there? Well, though That's probably like 10 or 12 guys right there. So you put all them in a battle royal for the United States Championship. Then you have Seth Rollins get eliminated early, so he doesn't keep the United States Championship, but he still has the WWE Championship. And then by doing that, you let somebody who's in the mid card, not like Dolph Ziggler and Rusev probably wouldn't need it that much, but all the other people, they're not like they need a push still, and it would let them all have a chance. As soon as like the champion's gone, they all know one of them is gonna win. They're gonna put their hearts into it. They're gonna give it their all so they can be United States Championship. So it'd be a good match, but you have to have Seth Rollins get eliminated early. And then, since he gets eliminated early, he'll have about a 2.5-hour gap before the main event to take on whoever the WWE decides to push that week for the for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I doubt it'll be John Cena again, but since he has no title, what else is he gonna do? I don't think it'll be Brock Lesnar or the Undertaker, because I feel like they're gonna keep their feud going. I doubt it'll be Dean Ambrose or Roman Reigns, so I don't really know who they could use. They may make like a Shield rival. I just want to see just the Shield. Like, I know they did it with Randy Orton in it, but I want to see just the Shield fight for the WWE Championship. Whether it be at WrestleMania, I think it'd be awesome to do it at WrestleMania, but that's just, they don't need to do that. But so you give him that 2.5-hour gap to calm down, refuel, if he's hurt, get checked out. So he's good to defend it in the main event. But this is just my suggestion. I doubt they would do anything like that. But yeah. So let's get on to the match. Actually, you have it going well. You have Seth Rollins pretty much taking over from the get-go. You have John Cena coming back. You have Seth Rollins keep on pushing. You have John Cena hitting the AA. You got John Cena flying off the top rope. You got Seth Rollins doing crazy shit like always. And if you're watching right now, what happens in this video, what happens in this match right now, does not happen in real life. But yeah, so you have this happening. The ref goes down. The ref gets hit, and he goes down. And out comes Jon Stewart, the host of SummerSlam. Now everybody's like, holy shit, he's gonna beat the shit out of Seth Rollins, because they hate each other, because of that little segment they had a few months ago. And Jon Stewart comes out with a chair, and he's standing in between Seth Rollins, who's on the ground, and John Cena, who's on the ground. John Cena stands up first, Seth Rollins stands up, and John's just staring at both of them with a chair. And he's stepping towards each of them, acting like he's gonna hit him, and then he just shoves the chair into the stomach of John Cena and puts it down. Seth Rollins pedigrees on him. The ref comes back in the ring. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins is your new United States WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Do you think they booked that right? Do you think it should have ended that way? Like, it was okay for it to end in a controversy because it wasn't the main match, and like they had matches after it, so you get over it quick. So if it did end in like a disqualification, like say, I doubt this would ever happen, but say J&J Security came back and they like jumped John Cena. If that happened, it wouldn't have mattered as much, you know. So you have say Seth Rollins hits John with a chair, or he just walks out. So they both keep their championship, but they're still a winner. How many of you wanted Sheamus to cash in? Whether it was he cashed in and turned it into a triple threat match for both titles, or he just cashed in and they made him, whoever he pinned, he got the championship from. So he didn't get a double. Because even though sometimes I don't like the person who's holding the Money in the Bank, I just like seeing it get cashed in. I just like seeing titles switch hands. Honestly, it I don't know. It's something cool. It's something different. You get a change, especially when you have a lot of boring matches, and it starts new rivalries, like a Seth Rollins Sheamus rivalry, something we probably won't ever get. Well, we may now because he's got 3 championships technically, but we'll give him 2. He's got 2 championships, and Sheamus got the Money in the Bank, so we may see that rivalry. So that's enough on Seth Rollins and John Cena. Next, we're gonna talk about the Beast versus the Phenom, Brock Lesnar versus the Undertaker. Now you have the rematch of all rematches. You have Undertaker getting revenge on Brock Lesnar for breaking his streak at WrestleMania. A match everybody wanted to see. I honestly thought it was going to happen at WrestleMania this year. This year or last year? I don't know what it would be called. The one where he fought Bray Wyatt at, I felt like it should have been at that one, but he was the champion, so it really couldn't work out that way. And you wouldn't have Roman Reigns get to prove that he's actually worth something in the company. So you have Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. They're fighting, they're duking it out. They're putting on a hell of a match. You have Brock Lesnar standing in the middle of the ring saying, "Suplex City, bitch, I'll fucking kill you. I'm gonna kill you." And Undertaker's like, "You're gonna have to." And he's spitting all over himself because he's old. I guess that's 50-year-old fighters do. They just spit all over their face. And you have them each doing their finishers. You got Undertaker doing the last ride. He did the choke slam. The choke slam he gave Brock Lesnar, I thought he was going to break Brock Lesnar's neck. It was like wild. Like Brock Lesnar was almost completely upside down when he slammed him. It looked like he landed on his neck. He very well could have broken his neck from that choke slam. It would have been unfortunate, let's say. So you have the match. It's going well, and then out of nowhere you have Brock Lesnar. He puts Undertaker in the Kimura, and Undertaker gets out of it. Puts him in the Hell's Gate. He puts him in the Hell's Gate, and you think this match, I don't want it to end. It's going so well, and then Brock Lesnar puts him in the Kimura again, and he's got his arm bent behind his back, and Undertaker's using that to his advantage to try to pin Brock Lesnar, because he's on top of him. He's trying to maneuver him so his shoulders are down, and while he's getting pinned, why Brock Lesnar's getting pinned, Undertaker's tapping, but the ref isn't seeing it, so the ref doesn't ring for the bell for Undertaker to be tapping. He's instead just doing the 3 count and checking to make sure Brock Lesnar's arms are down. And then the timekeeper rings the bell. So you think the match is over. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman think he won. You have the ref screaming at the timekeeper saying, I instruct you when to ring the bell. You don't do that. That's my job. The match isn't over. Nothing happened. Undertaker didn't tap out. Brock Lesnar didn't get pinned. I was at a 1 count. You rang the bell. And then Undertaker sits up, gives him a low blow. This time wasn't a kick. He threw his forearm up between his legs, hit him with a low blow. Then puts him in the Hell's Gate. And you got Brock Lesnar sitting there, waving his hand around, flipping Undertaker off with his other hand, and then Brock Lesnar just fades away. And Undertaker wins by submission. And before before the match ended, n- only the people who were on the far side of the ring, and apparently somehow the timekeeper saw it, but only those people, like the far side, like the side that you can see from like on TV, those people, Paul Heyman, and the timekeeper somehow saw it, but only those people saw it. And then after the match, you have a different camera angle, and as the ref counting, you see Undertaker like smacking Brock Lesnar's legs, like, "Let me the hell out of here! You're gonna snap my arm." And it goes unseen. Controversy, of course. You can't have a WWE pay per view without controversy. Now, the controversy I thought was gonna happen was not much for this match, but for other matches. Like, there's a lot of rumors I heard this week, and none of them happened. Most of them were with the family versus family match. Um, but before we get on to any other matches, do you think they ended Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar correctly? Like, I do understand that they wanted Taker to win, but do you think he executed it? Like, do you think they had it play out correctly? Or do you think they did this to keep the feud going? Because, like, if one of them wins, they pretty much win. They're not fighting for a championship. They're just fighting to fight. Undertaker hates Brock. Brock hates Undertaker. They're just fighting because they hate each other. And so, do you think that they felt that if Undertaker would have lost, he would have like had to retire, or like he just goes away for a year again? And if Brock Lesnar wins, what's the point, really? Like, Brock Lesnar loses, okay. What's Undertaker gonna do now? What's Brock Lesnar gonna do now? Does he go back to Seth Rollins? Does Undertaker focus on like Sting or Bray Wyatt again, or find someone else to have a feud with? I don't know. But do you think they had the match end right? Like, the match ended with 15 minutes left still in the pay-per-view. And then for the next 15 minutes, all they did was promote their new shows they have on WWE Network. Granted, I do want to see the Stone Cold podcast with Edge and Christian, because Edge is my all-time favorite superstar. But you don't have to take 15 minutes out of a pay-per-view that ends in a bullshit way. Now, I don't want you guys thinking, I don't really like Brock Lesnar. Yeah, he's a great fighter, great competitor. He's a fucking beast. He's probably the strongest and most he's the best fighter in the company. But I wanted Taker to win. I've never really liked Brock Lesnar. I've wanted, like, every time Brock Lesnar from the time I restarted watching wrestling, I don't know, I didn't like Brock Lesnar before when he was in the WWE, and I haven't liked him since. I think it's because he broke the Undertaker streak. I think that's why I don't like him. I don't know why, but I wasn't even watching wrestling when he broke Undertaker's streak. But anyway, my question for you guys to leave in the comments, well, to leave your answers in the comments, is: do you think they ended Undertaker versus Lesnar right, and do you think it's going to continue in future pay-per-views? Probably not Night of Champions, because it's not a championship match. Before we go, we're going to talk about 3 rumors I heard. And the 3 rumors I heard was that one I've already talked about, was that Sheamus was going to cash in and win whatever title, whoever he pinned. The other 2 were part of the family versus family match, Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper versus Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. The first one was that Sting was supposed to interrupt that match somehow. He was supposed to, I don't know why this became a rumor or how he would have done, like, why the point of him interrupting it was. Apparently he was supposed to, like, him and Bray Wyatt were supposed to have a feud or something. But yeah, it was supposed to be Sting interrupting the match somehow. And then another rumor about that match was Dean Ambrose was supposed to turn on Roman Reigns in the middle of the match and then have them have a feud, which would be pretty cool. It would help the Shield theory, but I don't know, just rumors. But this match is about over. Actually, this match is over, and the video's got a minute left. So, thank you guys. There will be an episode of Pokemon Rumble U later, but thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Camp Counselor Cody, and before we go, tell me your predictions for Night of Champions. Who do you think's gonna? Do you think Sting's gonna come back? But thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Camp Counselor Cody, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles.
Whoa, I can't believe what we saw in that match. Let's play some of the highlights back. You want to talk about crowd pleasing? Take a look at the highlights from this match.
Here is your winner, Brock Lesnar.
He gets a big victory here tonight. Love him or hate him,